In today's video, we'll be discussing the important differences between the education system in Mexico and the US, specifically for parents considering a move to Mexico with their children starting school this August. By the end of this video, you'll gain valuable insight to make an informed decision regarding your child's education. What is good, Mexit planners? In the previous video featuring my daughter, you learned that she attends a bilingual non-Catholic private school here in Merida. The school year just ended and she had a very interesting year. Stick around to the end and I'll share a bit about her experience with school here in Merida and give you a bonus tip about report cards. But today I'd like to share 6 key differences between schools in Mexico and those in the United States. Number 1 is school transportation. Unlike in the US or Canada, there are no school bus systems here in Mexico. Parents usually drop off their kids at school, and here in the Yucatan, it is common to see kids riding bikes with their parents or being walked to school. Young kids, especially in primary school, are rarely seen walking or going to school alone. Number 2 is lunch arrangements. In Mexico, parents are responsible for providing lunch to their children. Many parents will prepare a hot meal and bring it to school during lunchtime, while others pack a lunch and send to school with their kids. For my daughter, my wife prepares a hot breakfast in the morning and packs a lunch to send with her to school. Though the schools have cafeterias, they typically only offer things like snacks, drinks, and chips. On Father's Day, however, they surprise all the dads with the delicious canchadita torta. If you don't know about canchadita pibil, here in Merida, it is life. I'm unsure if they were made by the cafeteria or if it was outsourced and just brought in, but they were delicious. Number 3 is the structure of schools here in Mexico. In Mexico, there are 3 different levels of kindergarten before first grade. Primary school covers grade 1 through 6, while middle school covers grades 7 through 9, and high school or preparatoria covers grades 10, 11, and 12. University education is available after high school and is generally free or very affordable here in the Yucatan. However, most of the instruction is conducted entirely in Spanish, as it should be. The tuition fees for a year at Wadi or the University Autónoma de Yucatan is around $6,000 per year. Number 4 is the quality of education here in Mexico. There's a considerable difference in the quality of public and private education here in Mexico. Those who can afford to send their kids to private schools usually do. In Merida, private primary school education can cost approximately around $4,000 per year, using the 17-to-1 exchange rate. Additionally, parents are responsible for purchasing books, uniforms, and supplies. At my daughter's school, which I won't name for safety reasons, there are also numerous affordable extracurricular activities available to students after school. For instance, dance classes cost around $50 US for the entire year. Number 5 is the academic school calendar. The school year in Mexico typically runs from late August to late June. This year, the school ended on June 27th and will commence again on August 28th. Students here enjoy a generous amount of time off during the year, such as 2 weeks for Christmas and 2 weeks for Holy Week around Easter. The presence of the Catholic culture is very evident here when it comes to the school schedule. Additionally, for the past 2 years, the last Friday of every month has been designated as a day off for the students as a teacher's workday. Number 6 is language instruction. The 6th and perhaps the most crucial aspect for families deciding on educational options here in Mexico is that most schools do not teach Spanish as a second language for non-Spanish speaking children. However, many private schools offer up to 50% of their instruction in English, though the level of proficiency can vary. This is a considerable consideration for immigrant parents, as the Spanish level of their child often determines their school options. That's one reason we chose to prioritize Spanish as our daughter's first language. So given these 6 things, you may be wondering, how did my daughter do this year in the educational system here in Merida, Mexico? Well, she finished the year with a 9.7 average, which would be the equivalent of having straight A's. The grading system here is based on a 1 to 10 grading scale, with 10 being the highest grade achievable. Her lowest grade was a 9 in the first 2 sessions, but on this final report card, she got all 10s. We are super proud of our little one. And if you want to know more about her journey and experiences in school here in Mexico from her perspective, please watch this video over here. Until next time, thank you for watching MexitPlans Monty. A move!